Hi everyone, this is Ray from the Traveling Pogma, and it is time for you to get to know Bryce Canyon National Park. Bryce is my wife and I's favorite national park. We love exploring in between the hoodoos and looking over the beautiful amphitheater. We feel extreme peace when we are there, and hope this video convinces you to make your own journey to one of America's most beautiful landscapes. Bryce Canyon National Park is a stunning geological wonder located in southwestern Utah. It is known for its unique and otherworldly landscape of hoodoos, which are tall, thin spires of rock formed by erosion caused by water, ice, and wind. While called a canyon, Bryce is not actually a canyon, but is a series of more than a dozen amphitheaters, each of which is carved into the Paunsaugunt Plateau. The Bryce Canyon rim sits at elevations between 8,000 and 9,000 feet, with the highest elevation being Rainbow Point at 9,115 feet. By hiking down into the amphitheaters, you can get down to the lowest point in the park at Yellow Creek at 6,620 feet. Bryce Canyon National Park offers numerous hiking trails and vantage points, allowing visitors to explore the magnificent amphitheaters and colorful rock formations. We will talk about the hikes and vantage points in more detail later in the video. The park's beauty is not limited to daylight hours. In fact, Bryce Canyon is renowned for its dark night skies, making it an excellent destination for stargazing and astrophotography. Bryce Canyon is part of the larger Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument and is one of Utah's most iconic and picturesque natural wonders, attracting millions of visitors from around the world each year. The area around Bryce Canyon has a long history of human habitation. The Paiute people occupied the area around Bryce Canyon since around 1200 AD. They traditionally lived as hunter-gatherers, relying on the abundant natural resources of the area for their sustenance. The Paiute people considered Bryce Canyon and its unique geological formations to be sacred and spiritually significant. They passed down oral traditions and stories that explain the origins of the landscape and the hoodoos, which often served as lessons and guidelines for their way of life. The Paiute people had a deep understanding of the land and its resources, which they managed sustainably. They engaged in practices like controlled burns and selective harvesting to maintain the balance of nature and ensure a healthy ecosystem. It sounds like we could learn a lot from their way of life. It wasn't until the mid to late 1800s that Bryce was explored and documented. Though Spanish explorers and Mormon scouts had passed through the area in the late 1700s to early 1800s. Major John Wesley Powell surveyed the Bryce Canyon region in 1875, which is around the same time Mormon pioneer Ebenezer Bryce was sent to the Paria Valley by the Mormon Church. Ebenezer Bryce built a road into the cliffs to the top of the amphitheater to make timber more accessible. As time went on, people began calling the amphitheater Bryce's Canyon, which stuck even after him and his family moved to Arizona in 1880. Bryce was not particularly impressed with the landscape of the canyon, and he reportedly once said, "It's a hell of a place to lose a cow." Nevertheless, his description of the hoodoos in the canyon spread, and the unique geological features started gaining attention. In 1923, President Warren G. Harding declared Bryce Canyon a national monument to protect its extraordinary geological formations. And then, on February 25, 1928, President Calvin Coolidge signed a bill that redesignated Bryce Canyon as a national park. The change in status provided higher protection and allowed for increased preservation efforts, leading to the protection of the park's almost 36,000 acres. Over the years, efforts have been made to preserve the park's delicate ecosystem and unique geological features. The National Park Service has taken measures to balance tourism and conservation, ensuring that visitors can enjoy the beauty of Bryce Canyon while minimizing their impact on the environment. Scientists continue to study the fascinating geological processes that shaped Bryce Canyon's landscape. The main geological force at work here is erosion caused by frost weathering and the dissolving power of water, shaping the hoodoos and other formations over millions of years. Today, Bryce Canyon National Park remains one of the most popular and awe-inspiring natural destinations in the United States, attracting visitors from around the world who come to witness its striking beauty and explore its unique geological wonders. If you're trying to get to the park by air, the closest major airports to Bryce Canyon National Park are in Salt Lake City or Las Vegas. From there, it is best to rent a car so you can take your time and stop at the many scenic stops along the way. Each drive is about 4 hours, depending on traffic, so you can't go wrong with either airport. While longer, a trip that we love is to fly into Phoenix and make your way north from there. While significantly longer in total drive time, coming in around 7 hours, we love stopping in Sedona to see the red rocks, drive to the Grand Canyon and be in total awe and get inspired, then continue driving up the Grand Staircase from the start at the Grand Canyon, past the Vermilion Cliffs and up to Bryce Canyon, stopping at the amazing vistas along the way for unimaginable views. If you want to come by bus or shuttle, there are some tour operators and shuttle services that offer guided trips to Bryce Canyon National Park from major cities or nearby parks. Check for available services and schedules in the region. If you want to come by a close city like Bryce Canyon City, you can find local shuttle services that can take you to the park's entrance. Keep in mind that transportation options and schedules may change over time, so it's essential to check for the most up-to-date information and plan your trip accordingly. Also, make sure to be aware of any road closures or restrictions that might affect your travel plans, especially during winter months when some roads may be closed due to snow. When planning your visit to Bryce Canyon, it's essential to make accommodation reservations well in advance, especially during peak seasons about spring to fall, when the park receives the most visitors. There are several options for accommodations around Bryce Canyon National Park, ranging from lodges and cabins within the park itself to hotels, motels, and vacation rentals in nearby towns. Here are some of the best places to stay around Bryce Canyon. Located within the national park near the canyon's rim, Bryce Canyon Lodge offers a rustic and historic lodging experience. The lodge is one of the few remaining national park lodges built in the 1920s, and it provides a unique opportunity to stay within the park and offers easy access to the main viewpoints and hiking trails. Situated just outside the park's entrance and our personal favorite, Ruby's Inn is a popular choice for visitors. It offers a range of accommodations, including hotel rooms, cabins, and RV park sites. The complex also features a general store, restaurants, and other amenities. In our opinion, the continental breakfast here is a great way to start your day off right. The inn is now owned and operated by Best Western, but preserves the history and vibe of the original Ruby's Inn. The Bryce Canyon Grand Hotel is a modern hotel located near the park's entrance and provides comfortable rooms and suites. It offers various amenities such as an indoor pool, hot tub, fitness center, and complimentary breakfast. Bryce Country Cabins are situated in the town of Tropic, a short drive from the park. They offer a more secluded and rustic experience, perfect for those seeking a peaceful retreat. There are numerous vacation rental properties available in the towns surrounding Bryce Canyon, such as Tropic, Bryce, and Cannonville. Renting a vacation home can be a great option for families or larger groups looking for more space and privacy. And last, for those who prefer a more immersive outdoor experience, Bryce Canyon National Park offers several campgrounds within the park itself. Some campgrounds require reservations, while others operate in a first-come, first-served basis. When visiting Bryce Canyon National Park, it's important to be well prepared, as the weather and outdoor conditions can vary throughout the year. Remember that Bryce Canyon is a high-altitude destination, ranging from around 8,000 to over 9,000 feet, so altitude-related factors should be taken into account as well. Always check the weather forecast before your trip and be flexible with your plans to make the most of your experience in Bryce Canyon National Park. Here are some things to make sure you pack so you are prepared and have an amazing trip. For clothing, Pay attention to the forecast. Depending on the time of year you are visiting, Bryce Canyon can be either extremely hot or extremely cold. Or it could be both. We have visited at various times throughout the year. In early June, temperatures soared and hiking in the canyon was very hot. When we visited in early November, the morning temperature was a brisk 18 degrees Fahrenheit. If we didn't have the proper clothing, it would have made for a miserable experience. Make sure to pack a lightweight waterproof jacket or a raincoat. You never know when rain could hit, and you don't want to be caught off guard. Sturdy and comfortable hiking shoes or boots with good traction are a must, as well as hat and sunglasses to shield yourself from the beating sun. For hiking gear, a day pack to carry water, snacks, a map, and other essentials during your hikes is needed. Make sure to pick up maps from the ranger station and ask a ranger for any updates you may need to know, or if any trails are closed. Make sure to pack ample water to stay hydrated, especially during hikes in the hot summer days, and a first aid kit with basic medical supplies just in case. Pack sunscreen with high SPF to protect your skin from the strong sun at high elevations. Also, pack some binoculars for bird watching and observing the wildlife in the park, a camera or smartphone to capture the breathtaking views and unique geological formations, a portable phone charger or power bank in case your devices need recharging, and some insect repellent for protection against mosquitoes and other insects you'll find in the park. Also, like many of the beautiful national parks in America, there is a fee to enter. These fees are used for the maintenance, conservation, and improvement of national parks, so I am more than happy to pay them. A vehicle costs $35 for a 7-day pass, or an annual park pass goes for $70. You can also purchase the America the Beautiful Pass for $80, which is a great deal if you're going to be exploring more of the national parks. A Bryce Canyon trip can and should be combined with the amazing parks near Bryce, such as Zion National Park. Utah itself is home to 5 national parks, all with amazing and different experiences to offer. There are 2 main ways to see Bryce Canyon National Park, hiking and driving. We will discuss each way next, starting with hiking. Bryce Canyon National Park offers a variety of hiking trails that allow visitors to explore its stunning landscape, including its famous hoodoos and other geological formations. This is the best way to see Bryce Canyon from many different angles and truly appreciate everything there is to offer. Here are some of the most popular hikes in Bryce Canyon. The Rim Trail is one of the easiest and most accessible hikes in the park. It runs along the edge of the canyon for approximately 5.5 miles from Fairyland Point to Bryce Point, offering breathtaking panoramic views of the amphitheaters and hoodoos below. This trail is great for all skill levels and provides many opportunities for stunning photographs. The Navajo Loop Trail is a moderate hike that takes you down into the Bryce Amphitheater, allowing you to walk among the hoodoos. It begins at Sunset Point and descends through a series of switchbacks, passing iconic rock formations such as Thor's Hammer and Wall Street. The trail is approximately 1.3 miles long. The Queen's Garden Trail starts at Sunrise Point and takes you down into the Queen's Garden, where you'll find hoodoos resembling figures such as Queen Victoria. The hike is around 1.8 miles round trip and is considered moderate in difficulty. A great combination hike is to do the Queen's Garden and Navajo combination. Per the National Park Service, it is the most popular hike in the park and the one they recommend to all first-time visitors who want to get down into the hoodoos. We do it each time we visit the park and are always blown away by everything we see. For a longer and more challenging hike, the Fairyland Loop Trail is an excellent option. It is about 8 miles long and takes you through the less crowded Fairyland Canyon area, passing stunning rock formations and offering fantastic views of the canyon's expanse. Make sure to plan for sufficient time and carry enough water for this hike. The Peekaboo Loop Trail is a 5.5 mile hike that can be accessed from Bryce Point or Sunrise Point. It takes you deep into the heart of the canyon, allowing you to get up close and personal with the hoodoos. The trail offers a mix of sun-exposed and shaded areas. If you're looking for a short and easy hike, consider the Mossy Cave Trail. It is located outside the main amphitheater area, near the park's entrance. The trail is approximately 0.8 miles round trip and leads to a small waterfall and a moss-covered grotto. This is a fantastic short hike and offers a completely different perspective of the park that you will not get if you stay in the amphitheater area. Remember, when hiking in the park, that weather conditions can change rapidly in Bryce Canyon, and hiking at high elevations can be strenuous. Always carry plenty of water, wear appropriate footwear, and check with the park rangers for any trail closures or safety recommendations before embarking on your hike. Enjoy the breathtaking scenery and geological wonders that Bryce Canyon has to offer. If driving is more your speed, then you're in luck. Bryce Canyon offers a scenic drive like no other. Starting at the entrance gate, you continue to drive higher and higher until you reach Rainbow Point, the highest point in the park. The National Park Service recommends driving all the way to Rainbow Point first, then stopping at the many points on your way back to see Bryce from new and interesting angles. This makes sense, as a right-hand turn for the pull-offs is easier and safer on the way back than turning across traffic when heading to Rainbow Point. Some of the most popular points include the following. As the name suggests, Sunrise Point is a popular spot to witness the sunrise over the Bryce Amphitheater. The changing colors of the hoodoos as the sun rises makes it a truly magical experience. Similarly, Sunset Point provides spectacular views during sunset as the fading light casts beautiful shadows on the hoodoos. Offering expansive views of the Bryce Amphitheater, Inspiration Point lives up to its name, inspiring awe and wonder among visitors. Bryce Point provides panoramic vistas of the entire Bryce Canyon and is a favorite among photographers. A bit further away from the main viewpoints, Fairyland Point rewards visitors with a less crowded experience and fantastic views of unique hoodoo formations. Located at the southern end of the park, Rainbow Point is the highest viewpoint, offering a vast overlook of the surrounding landscape. The Natural Bridge viewpoint, not to be confused with Arches National Park's natural bridges, features a natural bridge formed by erosion. Agua Canyon provides impressive views with vibrant hoodoos and the contrasting colors of the rocks. Located near Rainbow Point, Yovimpa Point showcases expansive vistas of the canyons and the surrounding forested plateaus. Making the 18-mile drive from the north end to the south end of the park is a must-do activity. Seeing the park from the different angles high above the hoodoos is otherworldly. And don't forget to stop and smell the Ponderosa pines. You'll be treated to the lovely vanilla scent they provide. To us, Bryce Canyon National Park is like a slice of heaven on earth. Being there calms the soul and brings an overwhelming sense of joy and happiness that is hard to describe. If you have been thinking about going or are on the fence, do it. You will be amazed. This is one part of the world we will keep coming back to and sharing with anyone who will listen. We hope you enjoyed learning about one of our favorite national parks, and make sure to let us know what other places you would like to get to know.